When I got out of rehab and I was trying to get sober and work on myself, I wanted to make a video to help people.
Recently, the popular YouTuber PopularMMOs has issued some statements on his sobriety, and in today's video we're going to be going over them and updating you, the viewer, on how PopularMMOs actually is.
When I got out of rehab and I was trying to get sober and work on myself, I wanted to make a video to help people.
Well, unfortunately, according to PopularMMOs' recent update, he has relapsed. The first thing I've got to say is I honestly feel really bad for PopularMMOs. He was doing incredibly well in his recovery. He seemed a lot happier, excited to tell his story and help people who are in a similar position. And of course, he's going to be feeling incredibly guilty about this, as most addicts do when they do relapse. How long PopularMMOs was sober for is something to sniff at, and you shouldn't be turning your back or making any comments about the fact that he's relapsed. Recovery isn't linear. Recovering from being an alcoholic or any addiction is not linear, and, you know, people do relapse. Like I said, recovery is not a linear process, and hopefully PopularMMOs can bounce back from this. I was on to say, and I think I want to post it because it is reality. I've had a few people commenting that I'm milking things. I don't care about the money. This is something I spoke about last time I made a video covering the whole PopularMMOs thing and his recovery, and, you know, him talking about when he was arrested, was the fact that people started saying that he was milking his own situation. Which ultimately, PopularMMOs is simply just showing his story. He doesn't really need the money. He's just showing what he's gone through and what he is going through to try and help other people that may be in a similar position to him. Regardless if he is quote unquote milking it or whatever you want to say, it's his own situation, who really cares? Goes on to say, I don't care about the money. 5 years ago, I set myself up for the ability to retire, so everything stopped being me. You know what sucks? I messaged you before my parents, so this is how they will see it. For the 1 out of 1,000, this is what I needed to see when I was relapsing. I dropped my entire following if it helped one person not go through it. This very much reads as a post to try and help other people, show that, you know, these things happen, and almost like holding himself accountable. You can definitely tell from how it's worded and the way it's worded in this post that, you know, he's definitely going through it. People have been very supportive. Pat, you went 4 months without a drink. That's amazing. You got this. When an addict relapses, they usually fall into a bout of guilt. Don't continue to relapse because you can't handle the guilt. It won't cover the pain. The only path is to be kind to yourself and trust that you are trying. It's wild that this was a wake-up call for me. I was planning a relapse today and ultimately decided not to after reading this. I never would have expected my elementary school comfort channel to be responsible for one of the hardest but most important decisions of today. I've been exactly where Pat is, and his empathy is so heartwarming. A user wrote, you can't milk something you went through. This is your experience. These are things you went through. Talk about it forever if you want. It's yours to share. And as I said, recovery is not linear. Relapse helps heal as long as you use that relapse to give you determination to stay sober. Pat, we all believe in you. Don't worry, man. Just stay on the straight and narrow as much as you can. Setbacks happen, but keep pushing onward. No one expects you to make no mistakes. This does not take away from your massive accomplishments already. I'm so proud of how far you've come. We all are. We'll always be here to cheer you on, Pat. All those comments and support is another great thing that's come from, you know, PopularMMOs just being honest and open about the fact that he has relapsed. He's getting lots of positive encouragement, people sharing their stories and, you know, cheering him on. So hopefully, you know, he can continue his sobriety.
I've been sober 100 days. Some of you guys know I've had some issues with alcohol and drugs.
Recently, PopularMMOs issued another update about his sobriety and about his relapse, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem like things are going too well for him. He wrote, I relapsed very badly. I'm going into treatment. I want you to know you are not alone. Like I said earlier, with this recovery isn't linear. Unfortunately, this is something that does happen when people do recover and are trying to recover from serious addictions like this. And hopefully PopularMMOs can get a handle on things. And again, you've got to commend him for being honest and open about it. It was probably hard to actually type this and tell your audience that this is something you're going through. And followed up by saying, I tried to go to hospital. They said you can't withdraw in an hour from a drink. I'm here for you all with a terrible addiction. Which from this, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he is trying to get help. He is trying to get himself back on track. And I do think as well, it's probably part of his process by telling his audience what's going on and being honest and open to try and help himself commit to actually doing that. If you tell your audience this is something that's going on, this is something I'm trying to do, it's kind of like a reminder to actually try and stay to that. Again, like previously, he has got the support of the whole internet. On the comments of this post, people are supporting him, people are giving him advice, people are sharing their own experiences and their own stories, and hopefully with people's support, he can get the help that he needs and he can get back on the track of recovery. And you know, you do have to recognize the bravery and actually just coming out and saying that, you know, I relapsed, I'm not doing good at all, and especially after making videos where he does talk about his sobriety and, you know, how he is currently sober. Ultimately, I do really hope PopularMMOs finds the help that he needs, and as well, just continues to communicate with the audience. As he said, it helps him and it helps other people going through similar situations situations, and I think it's just great that he is this honest with what's going on with him. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching today's update on Popular MMOs. I just hope that Popular MMOs can get back on the road to sobriety.